Yup. Alright, so I'm about to start making videos. Try to make a video every day of documenting my day trading journey and trying to get better, you know, and work on becoming profitable. I already watched Path to Profitability, but he left out a few concepts, so yeah. So I decided to go back to the boot camp and watch the concepts that he didn't talk about in Path to Profitability, and watch the stuff that I still need work on, like overconfidence. And I don't really understand equilibrium all the way, and I feel like he didn't explain it crazy well in that video in that series. So I'm just gonna watch boot camp, and when we finish that, then we just document our trades. Okay. Wait, hold on. Let's see what this jet wants. Let's see what IWBSFR dot Baney wants. Dude told me to put my camera right here, so they can't see I'm demo trading.
Yo, what is good? Welcome. Fuck. God damn it, bro. I be doing too much every damn time, bro.
I don't know if that cuts on my camera. Does it? I don't know if it does.
It's locked.
I'll just leave it like this.
Alright, focus. YouTube. Okay. Alright. Let's get into this. Welcome to order blocks day number 2, where we talk about how to spot them. And we kind of put together the stuff from the first day, where we pretty much just describe it. I saw a lot of people saying, like, or really just one person, saying like, hey man, like it's hard when we're just looking at your face. That's okay. I don't want you to try and envision it on a screen. I don't want you to try and, like, picture it in your head. I just want you to listen to me and take notes and just write down the descriptions and all that of what I'm saying. Okay, that's what the first days are for. All right, so if you're getting confused on the first days because you're trying to put it onto the charts, don't. That's what the second day is for. Okay, so with that being said, we're literally just going to do a quick little overview of what we talked about on the first day, right? What are order blocks? Order blocks are the move prior to the liquidity sweep, or the move that causes the liquidity sweep, and then prior to the break of structure. Okay, so, right, if we have, let's get rid of this for a second. If we have like this, oops, that was terrible. If we have an uptrend like this, and then boom, liquidity sweep, right? This move right here.
Yeah, this little piece is your order block. He talked about that in day 1. That's your little order block, and what he was talking about in day 1 is usually price wants to retest back into that, and when it touches it, it usually reverses.
Here, this price range is going to be our order block. Why? Because this is where orders were able to get filled, right, on that liquidity sweep, right? This is where orders were able to get filled for price to be able to make that break of structure to the downside. So when price starts to retrace, when we get some bullish momentum and price ends up pushing up, they're going to want to fill more orders here. Why? Because they were able to fill orders within this price range previously, okay, and then send price lower. Right, simple stuff. And then in the opposite direction, right, if we have a downtrend, right, this is going to...
That's your order block. This move down.
Could be order block right here because
What did I say? What did I say?
because it was the move that swept liquidity, and throughout this downward move, this is where orders were able to get filled. So when we start to see bearish momentum come down into here, they come into this price range and they are going to say, okay, well, we were able to fill orders within here last time, so we can fill more orders, push price in the direction that they want price to go. Okay, so now that we have that covered, let's go ahead and put this onto a chart. I literally spotted one this morning pretty easily. Okay, so, right, if we're looking at this, I know this can be very daunting, but we'll go over multiple examples of this. So, if we're looking at this right now, right, let's go to the 15-minute actually. Okay, or we'll do it on the daily for now. We'll keep it on the daily first. Or see if there actually even is any. It's honestly relatively easier to find on the 4-hour or like lower time frames because there's so many more. Literally, we're just gonna scroll on through. Here we go. Cool.
Also, a niche reference. Those who know. I know you're gonna see this, Benny. I know. You'll know what I mean. Hitting TP in the library. Those who know.
Okay. So, right, roll on through. Here we go. Cool.
What are we looking at? This part? Right here. The top of this wick to the bottom of this wick. That's your order block before price exploded.
So.
Oh, that's not what he's talking about, wasn't he?
Right here. Right, we're in a downtrend. Right? When do we get the break of structure? Right here. Where was the down move prior to the break of structure where orders were filled, right, prior to the rally? This candlestick, right? This downward candlestick. This was the down move.
You have it listed, you type it in, and then you go dig it.
Yo, why does she Loki look stupid?
Right? This downward candlestick. This was the down move.
Bro, I swear, bro, isn't this an order block too? We'll see.
If we go on to the 1 hour, it'll be easier to see. Right here. This was the downward move. This was the downward move that caused price to gain orders and then break structure to the upside, right? We see that happen. Okay, cool. We see maybe price comes down again, but we're talking about that on the 4 hour. Okay, anyways, your stop will be under here. Okay, but the downward move that caused price to gain orders and then break structure to the upside, right? We see that happen. Okay, cool. We see maybe price comes down again, but we're talking about that on the 4 hour. Okay.
See, I was saying. It comes out and it retests back in. Oh, my bad. It retests back in. And then it skyrockets.
Okay, anyways, your stop will be under here. Okay. Then, right, we see price rally. Okay, we label this off. And then what does price do? Draws right back into here. Fills more orders and fucking booms. Okay, this looks like it was probably off of news, but it's still applicable. Okay. Still very applicable. Okay, let's find another example. This literally is so obvious. Okay, boom. Okay, we make a big down move. We break structure to the downside, but then, okay, boom, we get a big rally back up. We break structure back to the upside. Okay, where is the down move? What was the down move that caused all of these orders to get filled to cause that up move, to cause that break of structure to the upside?
Yup, I told you it's the top of the wick of the candle to the bottom of the wick. It's that simple. Yeah, why am I kind of mogging?
This downwards candle, what do we see price do? Okay, we boom, we make a leg down before breaking structure to the upside down. What is this also? A liquidity sweep. We took out liquidity, we filled orders, we rallied higher. Okay, price draws back into the price range that they were able to fill orders. Boom, price goes higher. If you zoom back, it continues. Like it really is relatively easy to spot these things, and I don't know how long we'll be bopping around on this, but it's pretty easy once you get used to this. Okay, so damn, all these drawings. Okay, let's see, right here. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, we have a break of structure to the downside. Right, big drastic move to the downside. Where was the up move? Right in
this, no? Right? It's that candle, right? Please.
You guys need to understand.
I really hope I'm right.
Order blocks can be represented on several time frames, but you have to understand it's the whole move. It's the whole up move prior to the move down. So, right, if we go into the 1 hour over here, we're talking about this one. Right, this is the move up. This move up, this liquidity sweep, right? We took out these highs. That's what caused this move down. Okay, so when we're highlighting it, it's very easy to be like, okay, well, on the 4 hour, it's very easy to say, well, on the 4 hour, this was the candle.
Yeah, see?
And yes,
see?
that would be relatively precise.
See, I'm right.
Right, and in this case it was. But what was the entire move? This. If anything, it was this.
Okay, good to know. An order block can be multiple candles. Because, see, he said this candle here was correct, but it could also be that.
And that gives you a big price range to deal with. However, that's why we can scale down. Okay, so when we scale down, again, right, it depends what time frame you're playing off of. Okay, it really depends on what time frame you're playing off of. But for me, right, if I'm playing off of this liquidity sweep, we see, okay, boom, liquidity sweep. Structure gets broken, big rally down, okay, and then as we see price retracing back up, okay, here, I don't want to confuse you, or I'll save this. Save this for when we put everything together. Okay, we get a liquidity sweep, right? A big rally down, breaking structure here on higher time frames. Together. Okay, we get a liquidity sweep, right? A big rally down, breaking structure here on higher time frames. Okay, and we start to see a rally come back up. When are we looking to enter on this? Either on a breaking structure to the downside, right? On something like this. But this is where you have to understand what time frame you're playing off of. This whole move, this whole order block, several hourly candles. So what makes you think that when you just see a break of structure on the hourly time frame off of this, you can keep your stop loss super tight? You're going to get stopped out. understand what time frame you're playing off of, right? This was technically a 4-hour move, a 4-hour break of structure. So you're going to have to put your stop all the way up here. But then what are you able to do?
Oh, because
Target
oh
previous
shoot, I just kind of moved the market with my cursor. Because price can push however much it wants into that order block, and it might push even further. Also, the reason I'm not going full screen is I think it might not show my camera.
on higher time frames. Boom. 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 And boom. You understand what I'm saying? Understand your time frames. Okay, understand what time frame you're looking at these liquidity sweeps and these moves on, because that can mess you up big time if you can't understand that. Okay, let's keep finding more examples of this. Oh, this one's great. Okay, here. Boom. Or actually, I remember this on the daily. We'll show this one on the daily. We're in a downtrend on GBP USD, right? Break of structure to the downside, break of structure to the downside, continuing lower. Where is the down move prior to the break of structure, right? That caused orders to be filled.
This candle. Or this one to this one, or this candle. So the top of this, from here to here, or from here to here.
Right? It was this entire price range.
How?
So what can we do within this price range to scale down and you know, get a better target, right? This is when the daily closed up here. Then, okay, we see a break of structure on the 4-hour. Cool, that means we're getting the retracement that we want. Awesome. Okay, then what can we use to target? Okay, well, there's an imbalance within here. Well, price completely disrespected that, pushed right past it. We have 4-hour liquidity right here. What do we have on lower time frames? Again, I'm getting deep into this stuff, but I like, this is to help. Okay, we go down onto the hourly. We take out this low. We take out this low right here. And then what happens, this is like, bro, I love this shit, man. Because it's applicable literally everywhere. Then what happens? We take out that liquidity. We get a break structure to the upside on the 1 hour. Are you really going to want to enter off this with your stop down here? Probably not. So what do you wait for? Well, look, we were in a downtrend on the hourly. Then we had a break of structure. Where's the down move prior to the break of structure to the upside?
It is that one right there.
Right here. Boom. Then what do we get? Boom. Fills in. Okay, what can we do? Scale down to the 15-minute now. Get very, very precise with this shit. We're literally scaling and scaling and scaling. Okay? Right here, when is this? Pre-market New York session. We're not trading. When does New York session open? 14:30. Cool. Mark that off. We literally took this trade. We took this buy trade. What are we waiting for? We're waiting for a break of structure to the upside. We're monitoring highs. Okay? We have this high, nothing. This high, nothing. This high, nothing. This high, something. We get a break of structure. Perfect. Entry.
My bad.
Boom.
Hold up.
In
I was lucky being retarded.
Mark that off. We literally took this trade. We took this buy trade. What are we waiting for? We're waiting for a break of structure to the upside. We're monitoring highs. Okay? We have this high, nothing. This high, nothing. This high, nothing. This high, something. We get a break of structure. Perfect. Entry. Boom. And then, now, you just found an entry For a 4-hour play off of the 15-minute, boom, take profit 1. Take profit 2 can be anywhere within this imbalance. 50% of it. Take profit 3, these highs, because if we're in an uptrend, if we confirm that we broke structure to the upside on the daily time.
Yo, imagine if you took that, bro. What RR even is that, bro? Holy, like that's like a 9 RR.
Frame, that means we're changing directions. This was a daily play. This could have been your take profit 1, guys. Where could take profit 2 be? These highs up here, destroyed them. Where could take profit 3 be? These highs, destroyed them. I would have called it right here. Pretty much a 1 to 12 risk to reward ratio off of using the shit that we were able to put together.
That's crazy.
Will you be able to take trades like this? Probably not instantly. Definitely not instantly, actually. Because guess what? You would have had to wait, and that's the hard part. Patience. Remember, we've been talking about this. Hard part about this is the patience. You would have had to wait for a daily break of structure. Then you would have had to wait for price to come back into this order block within this leg down. Then you would have had to have been patient enough to sit on the hourly time frame and wait for a break of structure. Okay, we're monitoring. Okay, we don't get one here. These are equal highs. We come down. We're monitoring. Boom, we get a break of structure. You guys probably would have entered here. Right? Would you really have been patient enough to wait until we get back in here to go long?
Nah.
You know, let's be real. Maybe you wanted to be extra patient, enter off the hourly break of structure. Perfect. That's probably better than getting as exact as the 15-minute for a daily play. But are you seeing now how we can start putting these things together? This one, right here. What is this? Break of structure to the downside on the 15-minute, liquidity sweep of these lows, we don't hit these lows, but boom, liquidity sweep of these lows, boom, we break structure to the upside. Where's the down move prior to the rally up? Boom, right here. Price taps in, boom, rallies. What can we do? This is one that was on the hourly, scale down to the 15-minute maybe. What are we doing? We're monitoring the highs. Okay, this is right during London session, so we're going to wait for London session to open first. London session opens right here. Price comes into the order block. Okay, monitoring the highs. This is our high. Boom, we get a break of structure. Perfect. Enter. Or again, this is all just trying to help you. But look, we're gonna break a structure to the upside on the 15-minute. Okay. Where's the down? Oops. How else can we make this more exact? Right? We see this. We probably know that there's going to be a retracement. What can we see? Is there a fair value gap here? No. There's a fair value gap here. It got disrespected. Didn't get a reaction. There's a fair value gap here. Boom. Price comes in. Okay. Fills. Breaks back above it. Boom. Long. Here. Stop. Here. Targets. Previous areas of liquidity. TP1. What happens? Gets hit. Boom. Where does it draw to? Where the fuck does it draw to? Where orders were filled previously. I literally took, I'm pretty sure I took this trade too. When was this? 13? This was in 1300? Actually, no, I don't think. I remember seeing this though. Okay. We could do this all day. Look at this. Liquidity sweep, right here. Break of structure. Down move prior to the break. Price comes in, fills, rallies. Let's do this on GJ. Problem with this pair is it's so volatile, and when it goes, it really goes. Let's see if this works. Boom, sweep of liquidity. Where's our break of structure to the upside? Boom, right.
Wouldn't it be like right there because we broke above that? But yeah, I guess that works. Yo, where's my sound?
Here. Where's the down move prior? Doesn't quite hit it. That's okay. See, and sometimes it's just not going to hit. It's going to fill off of other things and other reasons. And that's something you just have to be okay with.
That's why you got to know multiple confluences.
Oh, this one. Perfect. Boom. What's this? Liquidity sweep. How do we know it's a liquidity sweep? Boom. Zoom in. We get a break of structure to the upside. Where does price draw back into? Boom. Move down prior to the break of structure to the upside. Boom. Price rallies. Oops.
Hey, that was a crazy trade. So we have a liquidity sweep. Boom. Lows get taken out. We have a break of structure above this high. We have this order block. The bottom of this candle to the top of this candle. Pulls out of it. Whoa. Retraces back in. And then rallies.
Right? Break of structure to the upside. Price draws back into this price range. Chop, chop, chop. Fills more orders. Breaks structure again. Boom. Rallies. Liquidity sweep. Liquidity sweep. Break of structure to the upside. Where's the down move prior to the break of structure to the upside?
This one to this one. Or this one to this one.
Right here.
Yup, got it right. Got it right. This one.
Let's do break structure to the upside right here. Fills in right here.
Boom. Pulls out of it. Gets out of it. Goes back into it. Goes back into it and retests.
Here, scale down to a lower time frame. Hopefully you guys are starting to see how we can put all this shit together, right? This was the break. We see boom, 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 spikes in there, right? Not much of a kind of choppy price action here, so we would have to scale down even lower, 15. Okay, we see boom, 4-hour break structure to the upside. Okay, then we see this was the leg down that caused the move up. We're monitoring highs now to see a break of structure on the 15-minute to enter. Okay, boom, nothing, boom, nothing, boom. We get a break of structure right here. Click, long, off of this candle close, stop. Oops. Stop can either be under here or underneath here. It doesn't really matter. Or can we target previous areas of liquidity? Liquidity, 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 fair value gap within here, liquidity. Everything gets hit. What you guys should be looking for and what you guys should be looking to do now is understanding when and how to act on these in real time. So that's what we're going to need you to do. So obviously your homework is going to be go on 3 different time frames and find 5 examples of order blocks on whatever pairs you guys trade, right? You can choose 3 different pairs, doesn't really matter. Go on 3 different time frames and find 5 different examples of order blocks on any pairs that you trade. It doesn't really matter. Okay, because
I'm going to do the 1 minute 5-minute, and then the 1 hour or the 4 hour.
What I just showed you was, sort of getting to putting everything together, and hopefully it allowed you to picture order blocks, right? It is the move down or the move up prior to the break of structure, prior to the market structure shift. Before the move down or the move up prior to the market structure shift that changes the direction, because that move down or that move up is where the orders are getting filled. Are we clear on that?
Yes, sir.
This could be one of the greatest opportunities you're ever going to see. But for those who ignore this warning, they will see their portfolios plunge in value by 50% or more in the weeks ahead. How do I know? Because the last time I stepped forward with an expose like this was 25 years ago when I issued my first financial prophecy. Back then, I discovered a new technology that was about to unleash
this. Liquidity sweep. What was the move that caused that liquidity sweep? This candle right here. What do we get? Break of structure on this candle. What does price do? Boom, pushes up into that price range. Scale down to a lower time frame. You can either short off of this break of structure, scale down even lower. 15-minute time frame, boom. Break of structure right here, this candle. Short here. Stop either above here or above the order block itself. If you want to play it safe. Target, previous areas of liquidity. Boom. Gets hit. Previous areas of liquidity. Boom. Gets hit. Previous areas of liquidity. Boom. Gets hit. Are y'all starting to see how this is how the market moves? This ain't no bullshit, y'all. I wouldn't be teaching you guys this shit if it didn't work. The only hard part is putting it to work in live action. And that's where experience and that's where market intuition comes. So with that being said, you now know how to identify an order block. Your homework is to find 5 examples of order blocks on 3 different time frames, whether it's the 4 hour, whether it's the 5-minute, whether it's the 1 hour, I don't care. Whether it's the 1 minute, I don't care. As long as you identify them, and then hopefully now, in real time, when you guys are watching these trades play out, or when you guys are watching the charts move, you're labeling these things. You're able to see them and be like, oh my God, it's an order block just got made, right? Because guys, when I'm trading and I see, break of structure to the upside, I'm instantly thinking, boom, this is the leg down that caused the move up. I don't even have to label the shit on my chart. Like, rarely do I have to. I instantly just see, boom, this is the leg down that caused the move up. Perfect. This is that price range that price is probably going to draw back into. This is going to be my retracement area. If I can't find a good risk to reward trade off of just a liquidity sweep and break of structure, right? If I'm going to get filled all the way up here, why wouldn't I wait for a potentially way better risk to reward ratio right here and make a lot more money and be patient? So with that being said, y'all just wrapped up your first day into week 3. Day 22 of the boot camp. You guys know your homework. We'll go over order blocks day 3 in 2 days. And tomorrow, I'm not really sure what we'll talk about. We'll talk about something good, though. All right. With that being said, that's all from me. I'll catch you boys in the next one. Peace out.
Okay. So, tomorrow, I'm going to try to watch like 1 or 2 videos a day. Maybe 3, 5 times. And do the homework on them. And I can't do 2 today because Loki got a lot of stuff going on tomorrow. So, okay. Let's do it on SPX. Let's do it on what he was using. GBPJPY. It's like a tongue twister, bro. is. It's absolutely not where the wick is. Dude, I can't fudging see anything. I think that might be it, right? Yeah. Boom, order block comes out of it, goes back into it, boom, retest. That's one. Oh, wait, this is another example. Let's go. Okay. Boom, order block. Comes into it, retest out of it. Let's see. Yo, why am I geeking? Yo, why is price just so choppy, bro? Holy, do something. Okay. I think it might be. I think it's these 3 candles or these 4, whatever. Price goes into it, comes out, retest. Yo, I really need a pee, bro. Hurry up and do this. Ow, bro, I need a pee. I literally can't find it anymore. On the 5 minute. Ooh. Okay. I think. Yo, how about if I do that? Maybe I can see the wicks of the candle better. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna do 2 on every time frame because I really need a piss. Oh my gosh, I'm actually about to pee my pants. Okay, boom. This is a good example. I like this one. Bro, zoom in, bro. Yo. I'm about to punch this computer. Okay. Yo, I have no mouse space. That order block get disrespected. Yeah, Bainey told me order blocks. Or no, they did not get disrespected. Okay, so that's 2 for the 5 minute. Now we go on the 4 hour. Oh, we have good. We have 2 examples lined right up, so this is gonna be easy. Boom, touch into it, retrace, then. Ooh, whoa, I'm actually about to pee my pants. Okay. Never mind. It's not 2 examples. That might be. Jaden Santa's sending me reels again. Yo, how are you that jobless, bro? Probably like the 50th reel he sent me. Okay. Parts comes in, retests it. Okay. Oh, that's gonna be it. Day 1. And yeah. Love and appreciate you guys.
Peace.